Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of slope-intercept form. This is standard 7.7a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 21 of the 2025 released STAAR test. This is a new item type called inline choice, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have an inline choice. We need to choose two different options. This is a 2-point problem. If we just choose one and try to move on, we are going to get that error message. So we need to get one for each. So let's go ahead and take a look at our problem situation. We have a relationship between y and x, simply graphed here, and we need to simply find that. Well, something in 7th grade we spend a lot of time on is slope-intercept form. So we'll typically see it like this: y equals mx plus b, and it describes a relationship between y and x, but it's not directly proportional because, as you can see here, it doesn't pass through the origin. So we're not talking about a directly proportional relationship. There is a relationship between y and x, but it's offset a little bit, and it's offset by this b. So this b is going to push this line vertically, either positive or negative, and we call this our y-intercept, and that's why we call this slope-intercept, because of this b. The b is the y-intercept. So that's our easiest one to always look at because there's no calculation needed. This is purely visual. Where does this line cross the y-axis? If it's below the x-axis, it would be a negative number. If it is above the x-axis, it's going to be a positive number. We're looking at it right here, and that looks like it's going to be our y-intercept of x of 0, y of 5. So for our y-intercept, we're just pulling this y value. And so that's going to be plus 5. All right, so we can go ahead and put that in right here. That's the easy part. The easy part is that plus 5. The difficult part, not necessarily difficult, but the part that requires a little bit of calculation is this. All right, we're not going to touch the y and the x. We need the slope. Now, what is slope? Well, slope, we can look here. We see our slope-intercept form right there, y equals mx plus b. And we don't actually have any measurements or any formulas for slope, but you will start seeing that as you get farther and farther along in your mathematical career on different grade levels materials. And so what we see here is we've got that m, and we need to be able to calculate it. How do we do that? Well, m is change in y over the change in x. Sometimes we'll call it rise over run, and that just means the rise is the vertical change, the run is the horizontal change. That's all we're talking about. You just need to pick two y values and two x values, and they need to be coordinated. We've already got this one, 0, 5. So let's grab another one, and it needs to be on an integer. That's going to be the easiest. Let's do this right here. This looks like it passes right through this point. -3 is my x, -4 as my y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this x1 and y1, and I'm going to label this x2 and y2. You could have flipped those. You're going to get the same answer. You just have to make sure you stay consistent. So my y2 is -4, my y1 is 5, and my x2 is -3, my x2 is 0. So what do I have? -9 over -3. So that ends up with a positive 3. The two negatives cancel. So that means that every time I go over 1, I go up 1, 2, 3. That makes sense. I go over 1, I go up 1, 2, 3. Go over 1, I go up 1, 2, 3. So that means that our slope is going to be 3. So this is going to be our final equation. Y equals 3x plus 5. Our m, or our slope, is 3. That's the rise over run, and it's offset 5 by that y-intercept, and it pushes it up to that 5.